Right, I've got this Goodmans GDR11 Freeview box. It's not working. There seems to be sort of some sign of life, because when I've connected it up to a TV through SCART, it keeps like switching to the SCART channel, like to the SCART input, and then switching back. So there seems to be something going to that pin on SCART, but there's no picture, and if I just set the TV to the SCART input, you don't get anything. I don't really know these units. I don't know if there's supposed to be a light on here or anything. I'd imagine that there would be some sort of like pilot light. I'll open it up and have a look, see if I can see out. And yeah, I think there's probably going to be capacitors in power supply that have failed. Have a look. It'd be worth getting working this, because it's got an RF modulator, so you can output your Freeview channels, you know, to an old telly that's only got RF. It's also unusual in having an headphone socket on it. Oh well, I can see something straight away. Look at this. That's bulging up. You see that dome. Change that. Is any other of them type? What is it? 1000 microfarad, 16 volts. The 16 volt 470 mic one there, but kind of looks alright. I'll replace that one first and then I'll give it a try and see what happens. Right, it was this quite big tip for desoldering. And just if you add a bit of fresh solder to it. I've got another capacitor. You can see it's a bit taller than the original one. There's a 25 volt one, that's all I've got. But it should be alright. It's only about the same height as this transformer, so it should be fine, I think. I thought I'll test these two capacitors that are on primary side supply. 17.8 ohms. That one wants changing. And this one 3.68 ohms. Right, so I'll see if I've got suitable replacements for them. Now, I couldn't find a 10 microfarad one at rate voltage, but looking at it again and comparing it, I've got a couple of 4.7 ones and they're just like a little bit higher ESR than that, so I think that one's probably alright, but this, what were it, like 4 or 5 ohms, might be alright. That one definitely wants replacing because it's like 20 odd, I think. So I've got one to replace that. It's 2.2 microfarad, that's one, but that'll be fine. Right, I'll give it a try now. Right, plug it in, see what happens, see if it explodes. That's not getting up. And there's that one. That light's come on now though, so that might be working. It's a good sign. I'll try it with a telly. And it's switched to SCART. Ah, there we are. No signal obviously, because there's no aerial going into it, but it is working. I will test it with you know, a signal going into it, but I ain't got an aerial going into this room, so that'll have to be done in a different room, but I'm pretty happy with that.